Greetings, Black family. This is Curtis B. I'm with United in Thought, and this is United in Thought of the Day. And before we get started, guys, I just want to let you know that we have a podcast. We run it Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and you can catch that podcast on Google Podcasts, Spotify, Breaker, Radio Public, and Anchor. So please tune in for that. And also, too, we have an online store. So that I'm currently updating, and by this weekend it should be fully updated with different items. But until then, you can go by there, and it's at www.unitedinthought.com. So give us some patience with that. We're still getting that going, but maybe you can go over there and see something you might want. So remember, please support Black media. Please support this platform. Please support our store. And I just want to thank you for tuning in, and I hope everybody's having a great evening out there. So I'm coming to you with a video that we all know that for the last two nights we have had the Democratic debate going on, personally with a bunch of people that I don't support or like, but we're gonna chop some things up, and I'm not really doing the video right now to talk to you about the debate, even though I have another show coming up about that, and you can even tune into my podcast on Anchor. So also, just to let you know, guys, that no longer can we be fooled, no longer can we be suckered in by the Democratic Party. And it's just, this is just truth. This is a party that you've been voting for over 50 years. This is a party that you have shown strong loyalty to. If you remember back in 2018, this is a party that issued the Black community an apology because they felt the same way that I do, that they haven't done enough for you, they haven't done a damn thing for you. So, even if you look at Democratic communities, such turmoil's going on. Think about anywhere that you have a MLK. Think about the surrounding areas and how it looks. Think about the Democratic ran cities that look war-torn. Think about the ones that has no economic growth whatsoever, no type of job growth. And we already know that in these neighborhoods where there's no job growth, poverty and crime goes hand to hand. They know this, but they'll come into your communities and they'll get the vote. They'll make you a bunch of promises, tell you they're going to do this, do that, don't do a damn thing for you, and they push on. Here to get your vote, got to go see your vote. And that's how it goes. They don't do a damn thing for you. To be honest with you, sorry about the language, they don't give a fuck about you. They don't. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. So I'm doing this video because I'm disturbed. And I'm disturbed what Senate Democrats basically are saying. Number one, they don't have your back. When they talk to you, they feel that you're stupid. How insulting is it that when they come and talk to you about voting, they're doing the latest dance. They're pulling hot sauce out the bag. This is how they come at us when they want something from us. They pander. They go get our athletes. They walk around with them, using them as props. But this is the party that a lot of us in the ADOS community have shown loyalty to. Black people, whatever you want to call yourself. So I'm going to jump straight into it. And I come to you with bits of an article that I found very interesting. And basically it just says that Senate Democrats are not fans of legislation on reparations for slavery, which has become a hot topic in the 2020 presidential campaign. Oh, it's very hot. And we have those in our community that has made it hot. All thank you to Yvette Cornell. All thank you to Tony Moore. All thank you to Sandy Darry. These are the guys behind the scenes that have pushed this conversation to where we have our presidential hopefuls talking about it. So never let them tell you or take the props for making this a conversation, because it was not them. It was black media, and it was the guys that I named that made this conversation go. So whether you like them or not, you have to give them credit for that. Like them or love them, you definitely have to give credit for that. And what I say to them is good work. Thank you is what I say from United in Thought. So I'll go on to the rest of it. And like I said before, Senate Democrats are not fans of this legislation. Democratic lawmakers, acknowledge that slavery is a terrible stain on the nation's history, and that the African Americans were subjected to unjust racist laws for decades after abolition. But the question of figuring out who should pay for economic harm occurred over hundreds of years ago, and became a political landmine. You see, already with that right there, and how it was broke down, I don't like it at all. They want to recognize that we went through complete and utter savagery, and they acknowledge that. But they don't want to really acknowledge the conversation about reparations, the debt that's owed. Because never let anybody tell you that it's a handout. No, it's not. It's a debt that's owed. So we'll go into the rest of it. And now, Senator Dianne Feinstein had some very interesting things to say. The Senator Democratic Judiciary Committee said that she understands why some thought leaders such as author Ta-Nehisi Coates are calling for reparations, but warned the issue is divisive. Now, we heard that word before, and it came from Bernie Sanders back in the 2016 election when reparations was brought up then. He said he felt that it was very divisive. I'm sorry. This is what these guys think about you, and this is what they think about reparations. A debt that's owed. Let that sink in for a moment. So, I'll go into the rest of it. Now, Senator Feinstein says, and I quote, "I understand why, and I also understand the wound that it opens," meaning reparations, "and the trials and tribulations it's going to bring about. Some things are just better left alone. And I think that's one of those things," she said. Let that sink in, guys. She feels that this conversation should be left alone, so Democrats can go about their merry day of doing nothing for you, getting your votes, and seeing you in another 4 years or in another 2 years with your local elections. So, as I said in other podcasts of mine and other YouTube videos, we have a problem here, a huge one. You are dealing with a party, as I stated many times. They think that you're stupid. They feel that, as I stated earlier, they can come with you with the latest dance, the latest lingo. They can show you how hip they are, but nothing associated to tangibles. Nothing at all. So she says that this is a major blemish on American democracy, and that has lasted for over 100 years. Now, she said of slavery and discriminatory laws that followed the Civil War, it's not going to change. We have to learn from it. And I think I have. Wow. I would really love to know what Senator Feinstein has learned from slavery, or how it's still affected us and affecting us to this day. The aftermath of it, the aftermath of Jim Crow. But when you are a person that's totally interested in getting votes, doing nothing for a community that's done nothing but support you for over 50 years, of course you have that cavalier attitude. Here's the thing, guys. We're going to have to build our own reparations. We're going to have to build our own reparations and not depend on white daddy for a damn thing. And it's just that simple. Now, many Democrats don't want to talk about whether reparations should be considered. Now, another Democrat, Senator Jack Reed, who punctured his hand as an answer. So basically, it was a wave off from him. We have another, Senator Ron Wyden. He's a Democrat, of course, says that he was too busy to weigh in on the complex topic. And basically, his words were, I can't deal with a big issue when I'm on the fly, he said, and rushed to a meeting in the Capitol. Boy, these are some great attitudes that these guys are keeping about a debt that's owed to you. Either they're saying that they're going to study it, or they're rushing away from the question. So, I'll get back into it. Senator Patrick Leahy said, I saw something in the press about it. I haven't even looked at it. I'll be happy to look at it, though. You see the cavalier attitude? I mean, this is crazy. And support for reparations has grown since 2014, June, which Coates, as a writer for the Atlantic magazine, wrote his landmark essay, The Case for Reparations. And hey, look, guys, not at all. I'm not taking anything away from Ta-Nehisi Coates. Not at all. I think he's a great writer, and I think that during that hearing, he presented the best case and had the best knowledge of reparations. But there should have been others up there with him as well. Dr. Claude Anderson totally should have been a part of that conversation. Sandy Darity should have been a part of that conversation. But no, they come at you with people like Danny Glover, which I'm not taking anything from Danny. But Danny's an entertainer. He's an activist, but he's an entertainer. So, they come at you with people like that. And of course, the right's going to do what they do. They're going to come at you with a class of coons that's going to tell you reparations is a horrible thing, and yada, yada, yada. We already know what we're going to get from the right. I'm more focused on who us as a community has been the most loyal to, that hasn't done a fucking thing for us. That's who I have the animosity to. And I think it's well deserved. Well, very, very well deserved. We dealt with 8 years of Obama, which didn't do shit for black people. And I pretty much got the gist of that during his second term. He's someone else that felt reparations was divisive. I talked about it in my podcast. And before we go on with the rest of the commentary, please support Black media and please support this platform. And we just ask between the sum of $2 to $5. That's just a snack out the gas station or a cup of coffee. So please support us. Please support Black media. And remember, our podcast is Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So just to jump back into it, like I said before, these are guys that's basically running away from it. But I take nothing from Ta-Nehisi Coates. He gave a great case. He did. Now, many senators are keeping their distance, saying that they have no opinion about it. Many are saying that they have to look into it. So, that's pretty much the attitude and the gist of how they feel. And please tell me in the comment section what you feel. And remember, guys, hit the thumbs up button. Hit the thumbs up button. Please remember that. And support Black media. Podcast is Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays on Google Podcasts, Spotify, Breaker, Radio Public, and Anchor. Please support. Remember to go to www.unitedinthought.com and please support there. So on behalf of United in Thought, and before I go, I'm going to hit you with a quick question. Now, I want to know that, and please tell me in the comment section, do you feel that reparations will be something that will be looked over, pushed over, or it will be set to where we will receive it over a course of time? Or do you think that this will be a study that they're going to totally take their time on? They're going to kick the can down the road as long as they can. They can drag this study out for 20 years, guys. So that's the reason why we have to stay vigilant. So let me know what you think down in the comment section. And I am Curtis B on behalf of United in Thought. And that is my thought of the day. Gotta go, guys. Peace. See you.